Right, that's 2 drops tipped. Now then, this is going to be a little bit tricky. Maybe. So I'll just reverse him back, then we can show you what we're going to have to do here. I'm going to have to basically nose down this road, reverse back in, just put my hands at that, reverse back in to this entry, to the entrance to this place. Just mindful, I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit of an unofficial lay-by on me right hand side here where I can reverse it back round to. But just have to be mindful, there's a car coming onwards now, so just mindful, just let them all come past me. There's also a vehicle waiting to come out, reverse out of this sawmill, and by the looks of it, sometimes turning in. So right, just mindful, I don't know what's worrying, I don't know where everybody's going. That car's just turned round, so we'll just take these hazards off. Now it's a tight entrance into here. There's a big wall on either side, so I don't want to come back too far because I don't want to hit this wall. I've just tried to turn in here and they couldn't get me in, they couldn't get me turned in because there's a truck in there at the moment. And there's no room anyway. So what we're going to have to do now is just come forward, just put my hazards on. We're going to need to turn round because we've got to go back in towards Ripon. So what I'm have to be mindful of here is clipping this wall as I reverse back in. So I just want to nose up this road here now, just put it back round, and I'll just have to get it so I come tight on my good side, but not too tight, if that makes sense. There's a bloody wall. It's a narrow entrance in and a bloody awkward wall. Just a second. It's like a right high bloody bank here as well. Right, follow that round, Barry. Follow that round, Barry. Again, it's not the best of jobs, this, like. Just follow that round now, follow that round, follow that round, follow that round, follow that round. That's it, that's it, that's it, lad, that's it, lad. Meanwhile, there's a truck trying to reverse out there, he must be tipped. I'll come over a bit tighter. That's it, that's it, that's it, that's it. Come tight, come tight, come tight, come tight, come tight. Where's that wall? Right, we're alright there. I'll just fetch it down there, you know. Down a bit more. Straighten him up. Right, we're in. So, I need to turn left now, so we need to come back out. Again, a nice wide swing to get back out right to the side of this bloody wall. Just watching where my trailer's going now, where it's going to end up. I think I've cleared that wall. There's a right tight bloody wall or entrance into that bloody thing then. It wasn't sexy. Right, we're out, moving. Let's take my flashes off. Good morning, me all Sporodactyls Dinkles and Popty Pings, and how the devil are you? I hope you're well. You're joining me here this
at the end of the road,
wonderful,
left.
almost sunny afternoon in Ripon, in North Yorkshire. We just tipped at a sawmill and I had no idea this darn thing was here. Darn thing, who do I think I am? I had no idea the thing was there. I'd never been here before, but I've got to come in off some right country type back lane thingamajigs malarkeys. Now I'm going to Immingham now to reload timber for back up north, back up Scotland. So fellas just told me there, if I'm going back through towards Ripon, he said I want to go down such a place and go straight on and follow my nose out for Burabridge. He said because otherwise if you go back to A1, I come in this way, if you go back to A1, you're adding about 10-15 miles onto your journey because you've got to go north, he says, to then go south again. So anyway, I don't know. But Mirror's mindful, out, nice wide swing. Bob's your uncle, fancies his weekend plaything. We just take our time, we're steady Eddie and there's no rush. We've come in this way, so we're going back out same way. It's a lovely day, weather-wise. Oh, it was bad this morning, it was right foggy this morning when we set off from Longtown down the A69 to the side of Hexham, where I cut you loose. we went to Sherburn Hill, the other side of Durham. We tipped the first. Oh lad, mirrors. Nearly ripped them off, but I had to come over wide because of that car. Passenger side mirrors, just tickled bloody bushes. We tipped the first load at Sherburn Hill to the side of Durham, and then we've just tipped the second drop there now. So I just have to be mindful. There's no point flying on it. They're tight roads. It's a B road. But when there's traffic coming towards you, you've got to put it over and towards bushes, so you just tickle your mirrors. So I'm mindful of this. It was a big hill. I went down one side and that come up the other, so I'm just mindful of anything flying up like I had to do before. I had to pin it coming up. Just mindful of this. It's no coming. Yeah, I come down the hill at one side and then I had to try and pin it coming up here. There's a bridge as well, actually. There's a bridge down one of the. Yeah, this here it is. There's a bridge here, see. Just mindful. That's getting up right bloody angle. I don't want to hear any crunches. It's not Friday. So yeah, it's a lovely day now. So this morning it was right foggy, it was freezing cold, there's little bits of drizzly rain about. Surprising what a few hours can do, isn't it? You know what I mean? So I kind of got the gist of what he was telling me then, that fella, but he's basically told me come back down into Ripon and then follow me nose out for Boroughbridge and then come on to the side of Thirsk there, back on 31. Well, I think if I come on that way, does that not spit you out near bloody A19? I don't know. Well, any road. Because I know to the side of Thirsk, you're on the A19 and you've got Boroughbridge, haven't you? But it's the A1 I want if I'm going down to Immingham. Because I want to get right down towards... where do I want to go now? I want to get right down towards Ferrybridge services, don't I? Pick up the M62 that way on, then run it up the bloody... the 180, don't I, for Immingham? Oh, is it the 180, the M18, 1 and 2? I know where I'm going when I get down there, any road. Shite roads these. We're not so bad, we're empty, but we're still, you know, we've still got a 45-foot long trailer on back of this wagon, you know what I mean? We're still articulated. It does get tighter down here now coming back in towards Ripon. I must admit, coming up here before you start second guessing yourself, thinking, is it up here this or not? You know what I mean? your musket, fife and drum. Oh, no, sweet girl, I can't marry you as I have no boots to put on. So off she went to her father's chest and she brought him some boots of the very, very best. Oh, soldier, soldier, won't you marry me when your musket, fife and drum? Oh no, my lass, I can't marry you because I've got a wife of my own. But thank you for the clothes. Picking up the low-hanging trees. I've been marveling about them now with a full high load on. Mindful, there's a truck come up my arse, right up Ringgit. I'm not sure it's that thing what come out. It must have been a class 2 actually. What's reversed out because there's a truck following me. You just see this timber on the back of it. It's a flatbed. Yeah, it is. This thing's just come out. Probably the reason I couldn't drive in there is because I wouldn't have got turned because that truck must have reversed out and it's following me. It's a class 2 rigid, a flatbed. Just mindful of this guy here. He's shoveling his pick. Yeah, that's probably just followed me out actually. I'm just mindful. Just hold it back a little bit because I want to keep right over. Just throw my paperwork up here because it's coming right there. Sliding off bloody there. Put it right back here just in case someone comes round. Here we go, lights are on green, some mirrors. I've not been smoking again recently. I've decided pack in. I had my last cigarette at 8 o'clock on Friday night and I've not had one since. And I must admit it's really bothering me today. I've started getting snappy and irritable with people. Just cold turkey, no e-cigs or nothing, you know what I mean? Saturday didn't bother me, Sunday was bugging me a bit, but today I'm chomping for a cigarette. I don't know whether I'll last or not, I don't know. Just mindful of this pedestrian. I don't know whether I'll last and stick it out, I'm not decided yet. I'll know more by end of day. Right, coming into a 30, some mirrors. Now he's telling me come down here, go on towards Borough Bridge. We've got to go right anyway, city centre and blah 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 blah.
Go round the roundabout, second exit.
Here we go, Borough Bridge. A1 B6265. Some mirrors, mindful. We've actually come in this way. Just mindful where these pedestrians are. There's also a cyclist coming round. Yeah, we've actually come in on this road, on this particular road. So I think instead of me going left in a bit towards the A1, I think he was wanting me follow it straight on for Borough Bridge, which is what we're going to do. He said follow signs for Borough Bridge anyway, and you'll come onto A1 to the other side. Christ knows. But he reckons it'll save 20 mile, 15, 20 mile like so. He was alright, he was a nice chap. He seemed alright. So we're in a residential area. It looks lovely around here, but it's I don't know. I've never really had much dealings with Ripon. I know it's North Yorkshire, isn't it? Looks really nice. It looks like a nice place. Looks a bit posh, like. I don't think it's a city, Ripon, is it? I think it's just a town. But, oops, mindful. Go on, lad. Go on now, son, I'll pay. Well, thanking you now. So I think he said, follow it straight on over here now. For Ripon, sorry, I'm ripping on my mind. We're in bloody Ripon. Follow it straight on for Boroughbridge. I think we've got to follow it straight on anyway because of the road closures and whatnot. But just mindful, we should just slot in. Well, we shouldn't actually. I saw first traffic light and didn't see the second one. Just mindful where this ambulance is going. I want to avoid these yellow hatchings. I don't think the ambulance knows where he's going. Oh, he's picking somebody up. We're going straight across. So I can't pull up to the light because of these yellow hatchings. The ambulance is picking one up here with a Zimmer frame. Ambulance. So yeah, we just follow this straight out according to form for A61, Thirsk, Harrogate and Boroughbridge. So mirrors, just mindful now. I've actually come in this way off the A1 this morning. So just mindful, going through roadworks and whatnot.
After 200 yards,
One with
go
thousands,
round the roundabout, second exit.
Right, I'll have to watch you, Just stick my nose out, try and get past it. You stop there, pal. Go on, nice one, I'll pay. Right, just mindful, slow down, mate. It's not sexy. They just come at you in vans. I mean, there's me and t'other truck behind me. It's like, slow down, pal, you know what I mean? They don't even attempt for brake, they just fly at you thinking, I've got right away, you dickhead. Move your fucking truck out, where you knob. Second exit. So straight across, here we go. This is for Boroughbridge now, see? Now this is pretty much the way I've come in so far. This is the way I've come in so far. I'm just going back out the exact same way as I've come in. Lovely area, isn't it? I'm getting a chippy there, see? Fish and chips, lad. Fish and chips, lad. Just mindful, backing him off. This traffic does have the right of way, but there's a truck up my arse as well, so somebody's going to have to give in a minute. The trouble is now, with a rake of traffic coming on, and not one of these will give way to us now because they all think, fuck you, wagon, I've got the right of way. There's me, another truck, and a tractor behind him now. So there's a convoy of us. Oh, that's a monkey puzzle tree there, see? We're not going to get out here. This traffic's just going to keep on coming. I can't go forward though, because they have got the right of way. Now there's a big one from Wigan at the bottom just turning out. Hopefully he'll give. Come on. We're here all day now. Just can't get a lull it back. Right, I'm going. You can criticise me all you want, but I've been here all day, so now I'm bullying my way out. Otherwise, you never get any progress. This van's going to have to back off. I know they've got the right of way, but you never get any progress. So if anybody wants to criticise me, then crack on. There's me, a truck behind me, and a tractor. We'll be sat there all day. Eventually, you've got to push on. You've got to get out. You've got to make the decision and get out, or else you just sat there all day. This traffic will not stop. Just keep coming. Right, mirrors. Right, so this fella's telling me to get on straight on here now for Boroughbridge, because that's the A1 for Thirsk. He's telling me to go straight on for Boroughbridge. That's what he's telling me.
First exit.
To be honest, I think I'm going to ignore him and just go for A1 because yeah, it looks like a tight road. So, with respect, I think I'm going to ignore him and follow El Atticus Navicus. It looks like a type B road. Oops. Come on. Yeah, if you watch this, nice chap, thanks very much, but right, I know what I'm right. I'm ignoring him and I'm going for A1M for Thirsk, because that, I know that, well I don't know it very well, but that road to Bridge down there, I'll be pretty tight. So I'm going straight on. Not straight on. I'm turning left and I'm following my nose out for A61 Ripon bypass, and I'm going back to A1 the way I know. And that's that basically.
After 500 yards, go round the roundabout, second exit.
Yeah, we're following it out for Thirsk, A61, A1, route for heavy goods vehicles.
Go round the roundabout, second exit. After 500 yards, go round the roundabout, second. Go round the roundabout, second exit.
Bonny houses round here, like, really nice. It's like a nice area. I've just seen a sign back there for a place called Masham. And I remember going to, it'll be the same one. I remember going to Masham many years ago, oh it's probably 30 years ago now, when I played in a band called Magic Child in Wigan. And we did a couple of gigs at a pub called the Star and Garter in Manchester. And if I can remember rightly, it's at the back of I think it's Piccadilly train station. There was a pub across the road called the Star and Garter. Bit of a shit old dime of a pub, but there used to be the bar downstairs and then the bands used to play upstairs, and there was a sound engineer called Dermot. I can't mind on his second name. Anyway, Derm, as we used to call him, I got pally with Derm, and his missus at the time was a girl called Tammy. Just mindful, this guy's slowing right down. So I got pally with Derm and Tammy, and I remember playing a gig there one particularly. I think it was Friday night. It was a Friday night. And I'd already been in touch with them over the phone that they was going camping on the Saturday. So the idea being I'd come back to their flat. They had a flat in, I can't remember whereabouts in Manchester it was, but they had a council flat in Manchester on this estate. I think it was Charlton, you know, I think it was. I think Charlton rings a bell. It might not have been. Anyway, Derm and Tammy had the flat. And I went back and I stayed at their place on the Friday night, and then we all set off first thing Saturday morning. They'd hired a car, and there was me, the next door neighbour, this lass, I can't remember the lass's name, and there was a load of them off this housing estate, all these Mancunians, and they were lovely people. They all looked after me for the weekend, and we went and we stayed at this place called Masham, and we camped out. There's like a little druid circle thing there and whatnot, and yeah, we camped out there for a weekend, and I remember everybody would get they were all smoking weed. Not this mind-blowing skunk what everybody smokes these days. They were all smoking like cannabis, you know, the resin type. And I had a couple of puffs off of a couple of joints and that, and I was off my tits off it, you know what I mean? But yeah, I wouldn't say I was stoned and whatnot, but I was alright, mellowed out. But I had a couple of beers with me in that as well, so that was a lovely weekend. But like I said, that was like about 30 years ago. I would have been 18 at the time. I'm now 48, so yeah, it was 30 years ago. But I always wonder whatever happened to Dermot and Tammy. I mean, a few years later, I left all them circles, left all the bands and all that, and I went and joined the army. Do you know what I mean? In my early 20s, I went off mooching in the army.
After 800 yards, go round the roundabout.
But I remember coming back, and I remember one night. Oh Christ, I'm going back again 20 odd years ago. I remember one night I'd got the train from Darlington, and what you had to do to come back to Wigan, you had to get on at Darlington, change at Leeds, then from Leeds you changed at Manchester, and from Manchester you got the train direct into Wigan, or sometimes you'd have to change via Birmingham, you know. Right, we're going this way now. So, I mean, I understand what that guy was saying with Boroughbridge, but he said it'll save you 15 or 20 mile. I can't see how, because he said I was going to end up going north on the A1 to come back south again. Now, I can't fathom out where he's coming from with that, because that's north, this is south. So I don't know whether he was confused or I was confused, but he's told me follow me nose out for Boroughbridge.
After 200 yards,
and you'll save yourself about 15 miles. So I don't know. Either way, I've been down this road before, and I'd rather follow it out the way I came in and know that I can get off all right. I came off here before, you see. I came off the A1 here, and this is the exact way I've just gone in to Ripon, to that place. So I knew that I could get out all right. So with him saying just go out towards Boroughbridge, I didn't see point. I don't know. He's probably right. He's a local fella. He's probably saved himself. He could have saved me a couple of miles. I don't know, but rather than be ball ached and going down tight country roads, because he did say it's a tight road and a couple of dog legs on and a bridge and all that, and I thought, I've just come off one load of dog legs, I can't be arsed. I'm going back to A1M the way I know. Anyway, where was I? So yeah, I ended up, one night I were on leave from army, Friday night, and I'd got pissed up with a few lads, and it was a bastard's trick what they did with me, really. They fucking left me on train. They weren't really my mates, but they were lads from the same battalion, and we'd all got pissed in Darlington, on Catterick as well, before we got on train. We got on train at Darlington, and I'd fell asleep. They'd got off at Leeds and fucking left me fast asleep, the bastards. The only thing what woke me up was the train, boom, jolting. I thought, what the hell? What had happened was I'd gone straight through Leeds and I'd ended up down near Rugby, right? I'd woke up near Rugby, mate. The only reason I'd woke up, I probably should have ended up in London, but the train had fucking broke down. So we had to uncouple the carriages. They had to uncouple the carriages and then get another train to come from behind us, hook us up and take us back north. Because we'd blocked that particular line. I don't know how it worked, but anyway, that was the crack. So the train had broke down. So I ended up getting a train back to the next station, and by this time I'd realised where I was, and I had to get fucking north by hook or by crook. And I think we got into, is there a train station at Warwick? I'm not sure. But we went back north from Rugby. We ended up somewhere down near Birmingham. I think it might have been Warwick or somewhere like that. then people had to then get the train connected back up to another one to then get on a different line and go to London. Whereas I was then fating on for get back north again. So I can't remember exactly what happened, but I ended up getting a train from next station. The only train I could get was into Manchester. So I jumped the train, I had no ticket, I jumped the train into Manchester. And I remember coming out of there and I thought, oh, Stair and Garter. So it must have been Piccadilly. And I went in to see Derm, and he worked there that particular night, but he was still working there according to the lads out there. So I had a couple of drinks in there, then I come back to the station, and I had to practically sleep on a park bench on train station until about 5 o'clock in the morning when first train was getting ready for leave Manchester back to Wigan. I landed in Wigan about 6 o'clock in the fucking morning. You know when you think, I wish I'd have just stayed at Catterick Garrison all weekend? Yeah. Yeah, it's a true story. That bastards had left me on train, and I didn't knock about with them particular lads again. They weren't really good mates, you know what I mean? They just thought it was hilarious what doing that, and I thought, it's not hilarious. That's a gun string. I weren't rather impressed at all. I weren't keen. So mirrors, we're coming back in. We just took a wagon. It's took a while to get past it. So we're at A1 South now, and I'm happy with that. I'm sure if I'd have gone on to Borough Bridge there, I think, with respect to that guy, I think he was wrong. I think he was going to spit me out on A19, because the other side of Thirsk and Borough Bridge is the A19, is it not? Yes, you can get spat out there, then run onto the A1. But he was a local fella, he probably knew what he meant. But I was just happy coming back out the way I've come in. I'm in no particular hurry now. As long as I get my reload on today, I'm in no rush now. I'm going to pull you in a minute because I've just had a job come through on my tablet thinking the jingle like it. And I'm going to pull him over and get weighed into that.